Now this test your understanding is homework for you. Evaluate advantages of adopting big data approach. You guys can write it down about it. Now let's talk about blockchain technology. Benefit of blockchain, and blockchain is described as the decentralized distributed public ledger that is used to record transactions across many computers, so that if there is any change also, it cannot impact 2 to 3 levels more further. It should be under one level only. If we just see here, what's the benefit of blockchain? The main benefit of blockchain is security. In the digital era, cyber security is a key risk associated with the use of IT systems and the internet. This is because traditional systems have been closed and so modifications to data have been carried out by just one party. If the system is hacked, there is little control over such modification to prevent it from happening. So that's a big time problem. What happens in a blockchain is that data is stored in the way of blocks. Okay, data is stored here and these blocks are connected. If you just see, they are not interconnected. They are not like this is connected with this and then this. This is not connected like this. So what happens here is this data is highly encrypted. Encrypted का मतलब passwords बहुत ज़्यादा strong है इधर. Suppose this is connected data, okay? Point 1, 2, जैसे for example, the best possibility is here. In Andhra Pradesh, they have started using this. Andhra Pradesh government has started using this for land records. Land records, like who was the first owner, who's the second owner, who's the third owner, fourth owner, like this. Now, this is if suppose you make a change here, okay, you've cracked the password and make a change here, then you have to also go and crack the password and change here. And then again change here. This becomes really difficult. You cannot just keep on changing. Like suppose who was the owner at first, then who he sold it to, then who he sold it to, then who he sold it to. Now suppose there is a land grabber or someone who wants to manipulate and put it on his name. Okay. Maybe here he can put it on his name. But further, can he change all those things? No, he cannot. So with this, what has happened? That record, that data which was there has become saved. It has been saved right now. Yes or no? Guys, understand this. इतना ज्यादा एनक्रिप्शन रहता है इधर, मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम्स रहते हैं इसके passwords. Passwords are mathematical problems and you have to remember all that stuff. So you cannot do it for all the blocks. It's kind of impossible. You do one block at a time and try doing it. Those people who are having access, those who are having the authority to do it, they only do it. Okay. It goes on further again and again with blocks and goes on with storage here. Now, how much is that storage going to be? It's decentralized. It's not on the internet. Challenge of internet, if you just see, if the stock market gets hacked, then people's money is at risk. But hacking chances on blockchain is minimal. Because you cannot hack everything again, which is like suppose one account is connected with thousands of accounts. If you hack one, thousands of accounts are hacked. But here it is independent. It is just connected with one, another one, like this. Not more than that. So because the data set is decentralized, fraud is less. Problems are less here. But there are also, okay, for example, suppose you want to actually make a change. Actually, there is an alteration which you have to do. Then it becomes a tedious task. बहुत लंबा काम हो जाता. If you just see here this illustration, A simple illustration is the relationship that individuals have with their banks or credit card companies. If the transaction is carried out with either, for example, you use your credit card to pay for goods or services, there is only one party that records the transaction, your credit card company. How is that company to know the transaction is valid? If the details appear reasonable, the transaction will be authorized. This allows those who carry out credit card fraud to make their illegal gains. So, when you get to know that there is only one point of stuff which we need to hack and we will be done with it because they give the authority there. If they hack that, they'll get authority and they go through that particular chain. Okay. If you just see here, there's so many frauds which keep on happening. Have you heard about it? If not, then you will hear about it. But I'm not here to talk about, we'll talk about frauds and errors in chapter 17. So can you just read this for me from here? Alia.
Blockchain provides an effective control mechanism aimed at addressing such cybersecurity risks. It is a record-keeping mechanism that is open and public, as it is a form of distributed ledger. It has been described as a form of collective bookkeeping. Key features of a blockchain. In a blockchain system, transactions are recorded by a number of participants using a network which operates via the internet. The same records are maintained by a number of different parties. As a transaction is entered, it is recorded by not just two parties, but instead by all of the parties that make up the overall chain. This can happen because all of the records in the blockchain are publicly available and distributed across everyone that is part of that network.
So everybody can see it, everybody can have it, but there's only people who are having authority can change it.
Continue. When a transaction takes place, for example, between a buyer and a seller, the details of that deal are recorded by everyone. The value, the time, the data, and the details of those parties involved. All of the ledgers that make up the blockchain are updated in the same way, and it takes the agreement of all participants in the chain to update the ledgers for the transaction to be accepted. The process of verifying the transaction is carried out by computers. It is effectively the computers which make up the network that audit the transaction. If all of the computers review the transaction and verify that the details are correct, the systems of all participants in the blockchain have updated records. The computers work together to ensure that each transaction is valid before it is added to the blockchain. This decentralized network of computers ensures that a single system can't add new blocks to the chain.
So it is a chain of command which goes on. तो इन सबसे पता क्या चल रहा है कि जो एरर्स है या प्रॉब्लम्स है वो बहुत कम है इधर. अब वो नए प्रॉब्लम्स है, वो नए प्रॉब्लम के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं अपन लेटर ऑन.
When a new block is added to the blockchain, it is linked to the previous block using a
Cryptographic hash.
Cryptographic hash generated from the contents of the previous block. This ensures that the chain is never broken and that each block is permanently recorded. It is intentionally difficult to alter past transactions in the blockchain because all of the subsequent blocks must be altered first.
Exactly. And that's the reason this blockchain becomes more secure. Now, get this. When we use this, okay, this blockchain, when we have to do all the work in here, that encoding, decoding, encrypting, at that time, the person who encodes, decodes the data miner will be getting something in return, and that is a cryptocurrency. Okay. Now, cryptocurrency is not Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is cryptocurrency which is done by using blockchain. Now, in that, there is a lot of digital currencies which have come into place. Bitcoin is a digital currency that was in 2009. Other cryptocurrencies exist, such as Ethereum, Litecoin. There is no physical version of Bitcoin. All Bitcoin transactions take place over the internet. But here, we don't go through in detailed manner with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and stuff. It's just that it is a medium of exchange today and how it is generated by blockchain. By blockchain, a cryptocurrency is generated. Bitcoin mining involves setting up a computer system to solve match problems generated by the Bitcoin network. As a Bitcoin miner solves these complex problems, Bitcoins are credited to the miner. Make this note. This network is designed to generate increasingly more complex math problems, which ensures new Bitcoins are generated at a consistent rate. So at that time, it was a bit difficult to solve all those math problems, but now it has become more easy to do these math problems with the advancements of computers. Are you guys making a note of it? Done? Now, relevance of blockchain technology to accountants. Now, ultimately, blockchain provides an unalterable, transparent record of all accountants related data. Examples of how blockchain can benefit the accounting profession include reducing the cost of maintaining the reclining ledgers, reconciling ledgers. Reconciling, do you know what's reconciling? Reconciling is a tedious work, बहुत लंबा काम होता है. Accountant का काम regularly reconciling करना ही होता है. Reconciling करने का मतलब आपके पास एक रिकॉर्ड है, आपके पास एक अकाउंटिंग रिकॉर्ड है, दूसरे के पास भी वही सेम अकाउंटिंग रिकॉर्ड है, उसको मैच करते हैं कि कुछ गलती है क्या इसके अंदर या कुछ चेंज है. आप रिकॉर्ड करें, मैंने करा, मैं रिकॉर्ड करा, आपने करे, तो मैचिंग दैट स्टफ इज कॉल्ड रिकंसाइलिंग. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज बैंक रिकंसिलिएशन स्टेटमेंट, which you did it in your 11th 12th, right? Or left it an option? हाँ, ऑप्शन था तो छोड़ दिए वो. ऑप्शन था बोल के छोड़ दिया लिया. वाह. लेकिन यहाँ पे तो ऑप्शन नहीं है. बैंक रिकंसिलिएशन स्टेटमेंट आएगा फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग में, और वो मैंने पढ़ा था, आपको बोलता हूँ कि 12th में पढ़ लिया ना भाई. Providing absolute certainty over the ownership and history of assets, the existence of obligation and measurement of amounts owed to business and owed by the business. All this stuff will be there in here. So there we are minimizing the time of the accountant, freeing up time to allow staff to concentrate on other responsibilities such as planning, valuation, reporting, rather than record keeping. So more productive काम की तरफ आप काम कर सकते हैं. Reconciling, record keeping, all that stuff जो normal काम है, that blockchain can take over easily. Okay. Now we have cyber security. Security, whatever you call it. Now, cyber attack is a malicious and deliberate attempt by an individual or organization to breach the information system to gain knowledge for his or his organization's personal benefit. Is this good? No. basically चोरी कर रहे हैं ना आप. Now in this key risk of data cyber, what's there? Malware. Malware is a malicious software. मतलब एक problematic software रहता है जो चुप 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 eavesdrop करता. You know what's eavesdropping? Eavesdropping is दो लोग बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, दो लोग बात कर रहे हैं, उसके पीछे कोई कान लगा के ऐसा सुन रहा है, ठीक है, दो लोग बात कर, कितनी गलत बात है ये. दो लोग इंपॉर्टेंट कुछ बात कर रहे हैं, इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, और कान लगा के कोई तीसरा आदमी सुन रहा है उसको. नॉट राइट. So in that same manner, you are working on your system right now, and someone else is also hearing you or seeing what you are doing. That's a malicious software. And then comes phishing. Phishing comes with the word phishing. Okay. In fact, उसको phishing ही बोल देते बहुत सारे लोग. Phishing, phishing. So what happens in phishing? Understand this. आप जो है वो फिशिंग रॉड लेकर आते, फिशिंग रॉड को वो तंगुस मांझा बांधते, फिर एंड में जो है सो कुछ मछली के दिल को ललचाने वाली चीज को बांधते. Yes or no? Something which the fish will like. You put it in that, मतलब वो गल बनाते हैं उसकी. You put it inside that, और कांटा भी रख देता है उधर, and you put it in the water. Now what will the fish do? अरे this is something really good to eat. That fish will come to eat and will get fucked. In that same manner, you'll open up a website. They will say free iPhone lucky draw. Just enter your details. Arey, lucky draw. If we lose what we are losing, we'll get if we get lucky draw. So what we do? Enter our details in the lucky draw. And what happens next is a fraud. Your data is used for it. So in that manner, phishing is something like, they showcase themselves like something, bring out the data from you. You guys get it? That is phishing, a technique which cyber criminals craft emails to fool a target into some harmful action. मतलब एक ईमेल आएगा आपको कि मैं सऊदीया या दुबई का प्रिंस हूँ, सो एंड सो प्रिंस, मैं यहाँ पे स्टक हूँ, आई एम स्टक एट दिस पर्टिकुलर प्लेस, I want to get out of this place, can you just send me $500? In return, I'll give you $5 million. So you say, oh, $500. There's a big meme. This used to happen. One joke was going around that, hi, I am Putin. I am the president of Russia. I have been kidnapped and kept in so and so place. I am not the same person who is running the country. He's my duplicate who is running that country, and he's conducting the war. I'm not it. Just free me from here. Send me this much money, and I'll go and stop the war. This is what happens in, and in fact, people will believe it also. अरे जंग रुक जाएंगी यार, चलो पैसे दे दो. Something like this. Now, denial of service attacks, man in the middle attacks, these are all cyber attacks on the organization. The data gets lost or someone in middle hacks it out. Now, can you just read this? Afsha, can you read this?
The global shift in that hackers and the best reservation database had measured only starboard borders as early as 2014. The company said it received an alert on 8 September that warned of an attempt by an unauthorized party to access the starboard guest reservation database in the US. That discovery prompted further investigation which uncovered the long-term unauthorized access across the starboard network.
तो इससे क्या हो रहा है, देखो वो जो आपका नेटवर्क है, आपका जो काम है, योर ओन वर्क व्हिच इज देयर, इट इज नॉट प्रॉपर्ली सिक्योर. You have to make it secure. And to make that secure, you should have proper, proper security systems, cyber control systems should be there. Now, what all data was leaked? Names, email address, phone number, mail ID, passport number, preference, guest account, date of birth, gender, arrival, departure, communication, every all such data was revealed. With all such data, they make a pattern and understand what type of password you can make or whatever things your data is lost, your data is lost. The hacker has gained it and can use it for his own benefit. Can you just answer this? Phishing. क्या हो सकता phishing? You receive an email from an acquaintance who are rarely in contact with contains only a web link. खाली एक web link भेजे, hi hello कुछ नहीं भेजे. फिर you got an email that appears to be from your bank asking you to enter your account number and password, but the web address looks unfamiliar. You received a text message claiming that you won a contest and asking you to click on the link. बोला था ना मैं, मच्छी को क्या करते वो लोग, दिल को ललचाने वाली चीज बताते. यहाँ पे भी, अरे you got a prize, just click on this link to claim it. You'll also think, after all, you just click only, right? And that will be an attack. Yes, exactly. Irimsha has already said the answer. It's all of the above. All of the things are like, appealing us to like, just go and click on it. But we should not do it. Then production of IT systems and software within business. All these, like, natural disasters. How do you protect national disasters? We cannot protect national disasters, right? What we need to do with the natural disasters? We should have proper backups at a different part of the world so that the natural disaster does not happen to yourself, to that particular organization. Malfunction is like having proper control, proper cyber security there. Viruses also, there should be proper antiviruses installed on a regular basis and should be updated with time. Hackers, there should be a good firewall software through which he cannot just manipulate and come inside. There should be a strong cover for the hackers also. जैसा आप घर को ताला डाल के बैठते कभी अंदर सिक्योरिटी रहने के लिए, in that same manner your data also should be that much secure. Electronic eavesdropping should not happen. You should have proper passwords, encryptions in place so that someone else cannot hear your stuff which you are doing. You need to protect it. Human errors, you should give them proper training so that they understand how they have to use this. Okay, is that clear, everyone? We have come towards the end of chapter 4. There are many questions further which I have left it for you, and there is also a lot of reading content which I have left it for you guys, which is just an explanatory part. So go through it. You are having 2 days holiday for this. Anyhow, on Monday we are going to start with stakeholders in business organization, and also chapter 6 also at the same time we'll start. Be prepared, you guys can get a test. Okay. So I'm ending this call. In another 5 minutes, we'll start with management accounting. Okay.